Hi everyone, welcome back to Gridiron and Grace and welcome to my bonus video for July. I'm getting my bonus video out a little later in the month than I like to, but I still hope that you enjoy it, and I'm going to be sharing a few different dinner ideas in today's video. So I really appreciate a thumbs up if you are excited, and I can't wait to share with you these delicious dinner idea recipes. The first recipe that we are going to be sharing is Hawaiian steak. This is so good and it's pretty easy to do. It doesn't require a lot of ingredients, so I always love that, and it's something that you can throw on the grill. So you are going to need one large chuck roast, and right here I just have ours thawing out. You're also going to need a half a cup of vegetable oil, which is what I have right here, and I just measure this out because I leave this out all the time. A large bottle of soy sauce, and I just get the Great Value brand. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and then also garlic powder to taste. So this is just your preference of how much you want of that. But you're going to mix all the sauces together and marinate your chuck roast for at least 24 hours. It is better the longer that it can marinate. And you're also going to need to turn your chuck roast at least one time while it is marinating. You can see right here that we already have it in the marinade, and Kenny is about to flip it for us. We have it in the refrigerator. We had it in the refrigerator all night, overnight, and so this was the next morning. We're just going to get it flipped so it can marinate on the other side throughout the day. And like I said, the longer that it can marinate, the better it is. Kenny was showing you right there. You can see that's already absorbing those juices and marinating, and that's what you want it to do. But yes, the longer you can let it sit and marinate, the better it'll be. And this is the next day. We are putting it on the grill, and we let ours cook about 30 minutes on each side, but you just want to cook it until it gets up to temp. And we just had a thermometer, and Kenny kept checking the temp. We also saved some of the juices that it marinated in, and we are just going to heat that up on this burner that we have on our grill, so you can dip your Hawaiian steak in that if you choose to. Kenny didn't because he said it had too much of a garlic taste for his liking, but I really liked it. And then I am just going to get started on the sides. We are having easy sides tonight, and I am going to be making brown rice, so I needed to get my oven preheated to 400 degrees. And while that's preheating, we're going to start prepping the rice. And all the ingredients you're going to need for this recipe is a can of beef consomme. You're also going to need a can of beef broth. You're going to need a stick of unmelted butter. So you're just going to unwrap this, and it's going to go straight on top. And then also garlic powder. And there's not a certain amount. You just, use it to your liking. And then you're going to need a cup of rice. So before we put the ingredients in here, I'm just going to spray my baking dish so that it won't stick, and then just combine all of these together, starting with my cup of rice and then just everything else on top of that. Once all of the ingredients are put together, I do cook mine covered, so I'm just going to cover it with tin foil, and then we're going to pop it in the oven. And I just set my timer on my microwave and just let that count, so that if I need to put it in there longer, because my oven, whenever it is completed, it will like shut off the temp, and I don't want to do that in case it needs to cook a little bit longer, but I usually cook mine anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes. So I'm starting with 55 minutes today, and it was perfect. And we're also going to have another easy side tonight. We're just having some Bob Evans mashed potatoes. I absolutely love homemade mashed potatoes. These are not obviously quite as good as that, but for an easy recipe or an easy side dish, these really are pretty good. So if you like homemade mashed potatoes, but you want a little bit of an easier way to have them, I recommend trying this out. And you just follow the directions on the side of the box. It's very simple. And then this is what our Hawaiian steak looks like whenever it is finished. If you would like yours a little bit more well done, obviously cook it a little bit longer, but we like ours about medium well. And it is so good. And then you just slice this like you would a brisket. And that's how Kenny sliced it for us. And then here's our supper all plated up. Brown rice, mashed potatoes, and Hawaiian steak. And you can see I have my little sauce right there to the side. And such a good dinner. We had this on a Saturday night and really enjoyed it. The next dinner idea I'm going to be sharing is brisket and crock pot corn. We love brisket, and I love anything that can be smoked, and Kenny cooks his brisket on the smoker. So that's what we had this night, but I'm just showing you what I'm going to use. This is the creamed corn that I'm going to use, and you just keep it frozen until you're ready to use it, and then you're just going to run it under water just enough or just long enough so that the corn separates from the wrapper. So you just have to hold it under there for a short period of time and make sure, like I said, that the corn comes off of the wrapper, and then we're going to put it in the crock pot. So very, very easy, and it always turns out so good. Okay, so I've got my corn. I ran it under the warm water just to separate it from the wrapper. And I have 2 of them. I have my crock pot sprayed. I'm just using my little one for this. And then I'm just going to cut this open and add it to my crock pot. Okay, so I did go ahead and cut the corn in half just to make it fit down in the little crock pot. And then I'm going to add a stick of butter. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to add any salt, but I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to put my top on there. I'm not going to start it just yet. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit, but it will be ready right here for whenever I want to start it here in just a little bit. So we have the brisket cooking outside, and at this point it had been cooking for about 5 hours, and Kenny wanted to take it out and wrap it in the tinfoil and also put some butter on the bottom and the top of it. So that's what you see right here, and he had already seasoned it that morning. I didn't get that on video, but he just put like our barbecue rub that we put on all of our stuff. I've shared it before. It's from Hay Grill Hay. And then he's just going to get the butter on there, get it wrapped up, and then it's going to go back in the smoker and cook for about 3 to 4 more hours. And this is what it looks like when it was all done. He's just getting it chopped up, sliced with his electric knife, and it was so good. And we paired this with the corn that I made in the crock pot, and then I also made some deviled eggs to go with it as well. So I thought this was just a really good summertime meal. We love to grill and smoke things, especially in the summertime. But I really hope that you enjoyed my bonus video for July. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you would like to try either one of these recipes. And I'll see you in the next one, friends. Bye.